guys can unmute yourselves and we can have a lively conversation and everybody wake up together.
Hey.
Martin and I just came back from the breakout room, and so we had a chance to do some self intros, but not everybody
Yay.
was able to. But
Yay.
it was great.
So
Yeah,
fun.
Donna,
Pat was doing it.
Donna, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button, so that's why I left a few seconds early.
That's okay.
Good morning, everyone. Ruben, good morning. How's your health? How's everybody's health? Vitria.
Good morning.
Vitria, how's everything at World Harvest?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, we've been kind of like busy because early after the lockdown, we distribute the PPE and all that, but now it's kind of like ran out and everybody seems, I mean, the supply are not so scarce anymore, so you can find it anywhere. And we have actually one community in India, in Mumbai, because that's the largest population with the slum population living in a slum area, and they barely have food to eat because the street went down. So we raise funds to help those, and now not only we kind of like give them food supplies, but also to teach them how to grow their own food security through sec farming project. So we are doing it right now in India because it's very,
that's fantastic, Vitria.
thank you.
That's wonderful news.
Yeah,
That's really good news. Thank you.
you're welcome.
So we just see Elžbieta's with us. I love seeing all of our happy faces come in. Ruben, are you staying strong and healthy? Unmute. There you go. Unmute. There
Thank you. Thank you for asking. We're all doing fine.
So you're working hard, but you're staying healthy, right, Ruben?
We're trying.
That's the goal. Gotta keep you healthy.
I appreciate that.
Because you guys work in some messy areas, so messiness. But everybody's doing well. And
yes,
Dan,
Renee's doing real good. We're busy, but she's very active right now. Thank you.
Good.
and we have a brand new person, Barry Ross. Thank you for being with us. Kiwanian and a friend of Randy's, but then I saw in the chat, Barry, that you also know our Dan Hotchkiss. Is that right?
Absolutely. Dan and I are good friends. We're both members of the same Provisors networking group. And thank you, Pat, for inviting me, fellow Kiwanian. I've been a Kiwanian for 44 years.
Oh.
But just recently joined, I know most of my friends are Rotarians, so, but that's okay. Even though my friends are Rotarians, I've been a Kiwanian for 44 years. And Pat invited me. Thank you, Pat, for inviting me. And Sandy, thank you. And all of you for making me feel so welcome. I do need to apologize again. I do need to leave before Randy's presentation. I have an 8 o'clock phone call with Washington, D.C. That's going to be several hours. And so again, I'm going to miss Randy's presentation.
Well, it will be recorded.
I love
and
it.
it will be made available.
Great. Appreciate
Hey,
that.
Thank you, Barry, for joining us.
And Barry, it was wonderful seeing you and wonderful meeting you at the Pasadena Kiwanis meeting. I know we'll be hearing a lot from you on our own Zoom meetings with you guys. So I'm going up to their board meeting today. And I just want to say a wonderful welcome to everybody that I see back again. All friends, no strangers, and just really good to be back.
Yeah, that's right. We don't have any strangers in this place. Good morning, Julie Costanzo.
Good morning,
so
Sandy.
happy to see our Julie. We have now, we've sort of taken advantage of Julie's time away from the Hilton because, with the Hilton being closed down and not all those activities, I thought, I'm not letting those talents go to waste. So Julie has been a huge, huge blessing helping us in the chamber office. Okay, let's go ahead and mute everybody and get started. Devlin, can you mute everyone again, please?
Yeah.
And then we're going to get started. Make sure you put your information in the chat. So we want to ask everyone to please put your name and your business and your contact information in the chat. In the chat, because we want to make sure that when people leave here, they have your information with them. Sometimes they reach out to me and they'll say, who is the person in that blue top? Well, now I may or may not remember who that was. So let's make sure that we get all your information in there so they can see who you are. I'm going to welcome everyone to our very first networking breakfast of 2021. Thank you so much for joining us. Those that are first-time guests, thank you that you are choosing to spend your morning with us. We're very excited about that and that you're going on this journey with us. At this moment, before I have her do her official duties, we're going to all sing happy birthday to Gilda. So Devlin, unmute everyone so we can sing happy birthday to Chamber Ambassador Gilda Moshier. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy
Hold on,
birthday to
Sandy.
you. Ready?
Hold on, time out.
Okay.
It'll be quicker if those of you can unmute yourselves.
Okay, everybody unmute. And we're just gonna start singing. Gilda, unmute yourself.
Okay. All right. I want to sing too.
All right, let's sing. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy birthday,
Gilda.
Gilda.
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Gilda. Okay, now, interestingly, okay, mute yourselves again. Interestingly, now we're going to have Gilda talk about Zoom etiquette. So Gilda, can you please give us a review of our Zoom etiquette?
Absolutely. What a surprise. Thank you, Sandy. I got sang to earlier by the group and I didn't expect that. So that was a little embarrassing, but thank you everybody for being here. My name is Gilda Moshier. I'm a life insurance broker, and also an ambassador of this amazing chamber. So what you see on the screen are a couple of different signs. Thank you to Alexis, who's amazing. So please turn on your cameras and I'm going to surf. I'm going to go down and scroll and see whose cameras are off. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, so down to almost the last page, I see some cameras that are off. Maybe you're driving, maybe you're not quite ready. Maybe you're in a busy spot. I encourage you to turn on your cameras. We want to get to know you and you want to represent your business in the best light. Imagine if I did this. Not fun. I don't know what I look like. Is it my picture or is it black? Oh yeah, it's my picture. All right, this dates me. It takes me back to 2004. Now I turn on my camera. I'm engaging with you. So please turn on your cameras and you want to stay muted during the presentation unless you're speaking, and there is going to be networking. So you will be unmuted when you're in breakout rooms and you'll be able to engage and network with other individuals. Couple other things I want to just point out is go ahead and, like Sandy said, go ahead and put your business information in the chat. At the end, the chat will be saved, even in the breakout rooms, and that will be shared with all the participants that are here. And I heard somebody that was on, you can mute. And what we're gonna also do is we're gonna put a G if you're a first-time guest in front of your name. Please do not remove that. Let it stay there because we want to recognize you. And if you're a brand new member of the chamber, we also are gonna put NM in front of your name because we want to recognize you. Now, if your name, so I see somebody who has Chinese characters, I'm guessing that might be Paul, but here's what I want you to do. You want to look at the bottom of your screen where it says participants, or go to your own picture. If you go to your picture, you're going to see two buttons. You're going to see a mute button, and then you're going to see a button that has 3 dots. If you click on that, a drop-down menu will come up that it says rename. You can rename yourself. So I'm on Sandy. I'm gonna, in front of her name, I'm gonna say exec director. Hopefully you guys saw it. There we go. Everybody give me a thumbs up if you saw it. EXDIR. Okay, very easy. So there you have it. Happy Zooming and welcome everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Gilda. I appreciate that. Alexis, can we get that other slide back up, please? We thank you so much, because I know we're all doing Zooms constantly, but what we realize is we get lazy, especially over the long time off. And we were doing a lot of Zooming with friends and family, and we got really, really lazy. Didn't matter what it looked like, didn't matter what we were doing. So we want to make sure that we are back in our professional mode, always representing ourselves with our A game. So thank you so much. Now, before we get officially started, I do just, if you can go ahead and unmute yourselves at this moment, just for a couple minutes, you can unmute yourselves, because I want us to all congratulate ourselves. I want us to say congratulations to ourselves, because even though 2020 was just beyond horribly challenging, many of us lost loved ones. Many of us have people in the hospital right now. And so many of us have had almost insurmountable, painful financial, health, personal crises that took place. However, let's look at these screens. We are here today. We continue to stand together. We're determined, we're more than determined, more than ever, that we are going to face this new year, and we're going to conquer it, and we're going to be successful, and we're going to stand together. So we congratulate ourselves for that. Yay, us. Okay, back on mute. It's just really, you know, I've just missed being with all of you so much. It seems like forever since we have been together. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Sandy Roscoe. I'm the executive director of the San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce. I've been with the chamber over 14 years now. Julie Costanzo was on the here with us. Julie Costanzo was the executive director of the San Gabriel Chamber at one time. And so I'm so thankful that she has stayed connected, because I go to her for advice all the time. So I want to recognize and thank our Julie for that she has managed to put up with me and still stayed involved and loved us through all of this. And we thank you, Julie. This is just, over these 14 years, I've watched our chamber grow and develop and talk about pivoting. That's been our chamber. And it's become one of the most phenomenal organizations with which I've ever had the privilege to be associated. And it's just so exciting that we have grown this way and come together in the way we have. And I have such a privilege, and I have such a passion for our members, for this chamber. And it's such a passion of mine, passion driven. But I'm blessed because I have a board of directors and a team of ambassadors that share my passion. And it's my sincere hope this morning that all of you feel that warmth and that sense of family, that sense of caring. I hope that comes through to you, and that you will want to continue on with us, whether you join the chamber, which we'd love you to do, or just start, just continue to come and hang out with us. That's fine too, but just be engaged with us. I do want to recognize some people that are here this morning that are chamber members, but it's their very first time on this virtual platform, breakfast platform. We have Algis Marshuska from the San Gabriel Mission Fiesta Committee, Connie Aguilar from Options for Learning. We have Jeffrey Jennings from Nomad Ice Pops over there in the Mission District, amazing ice pops. Jean Power from the Law Offices of Scott Wormuth. Jeanette Soriano from Southern California Edison. Joseph Frondel from the Law Offices of Joseph Frondel. We have Lavina Tetro with Melaleuca Wellness. We have Steve Huntley, financial advisor, and we have Vitria with World Harvest. So those are chamber members who are with us for the first time on this platform, but not first, they're not first timers, obviously. I do want to thank and introduce the co-chair and our board president and the creator of all of our amazing marketing materials, Alexis Salamanca, Eraxtyle Design. Yay, Alexis. And our other co-host and of our co-chair of our breakfast and our moderator, Devlin Chung from Jones San Marino. Okay, over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to take us on a really quick overview of things that are coming up with our chamber. And I'm going to apologize right off the bat. If you were at B4B, Joan D'Souza's amazing, highly successful and super fun B4B yesterday. If you're not going to B4B every month, you should be. But if you were there yesterday, I apologize because you heard this presentation yesterday and you're going to hear it again right now. So we have a networking breakfast every month. Unfortunately, it's virtual right now, but we'll be back together pretty soon. And if you want information on how to be a breakfast sponsor or an advertiser at the breakfast, just contact me. I'd love to give you that information. As part of our chamber's compassion campaign, everyone that's here today is going to receive a box of KN95 masks. And the way that's going to work is that this Saturday, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., and on Monday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., you can come by the chamber office, and in exchange for your business card, we'll give you a box of KN95 masks. It'll all be outdoors. Nobody's allowed in my chamber office. I keep that very, very safe. That's my safe zone. But you pull up and you give me your business card, I give you a box of masks. So we will keep track of everyone that was here today, and we will exchange your business card for a box of KN95 masks, complimentary. We will also be sending this information out to all of you. So don't worry if you're not sure what the hours were or what the location is, but we'll send that out to you. But it will be this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., Monday 1 to 5. And we want to make sure that we keep you strong and healthy. So we're going to pass out these masks, and that's part of our compassion campaign at our chamber. We want to make sure we get your business healthy, but keep you healthy as well. Okay, so next slide. If you're looking for some ways, some new exciting ways to promote your business, there's no better way than our brand new San Gabriel Valley Business Journal. We're in the process right now of putting that together. This is our 80th year, our chamber's 80th birthday, so that's exciting. This is going to be a digital, completely digital journal, although we will be printing out about 2,500 copies, and it'll be at hotels and other high-profile locations. Every chamber member will be listed in this journal free of charge. So as a benefit of chamber membership, all of our members will be listed, which means that chamber members, we need you to go to the directory and make sure we have all your correct information. Please take time to do that. Tony Gutierrez, our ambassador, has done an excellent job keeping our directory current, but he can only keep it as current as you help us. So go to the directory. If we have misspelled names, if you've moved and we don't know about it, please update your information. You'll be listed in this amazing journal for free. We have a couple of our founding members, founding sponsors here, and that Dan Hodgkiss is here, and he's one of our founding sponsors. As a founding sponsor, he will be listed in the journal for life, and he'll be listed. That's Dan Hodgkiss, Hendricks Hodgkiss Insurance Brokers. Also, his wife is a founding sponsor, Allison Hodgkiss, A Stitch in Time Needlework, and Hodgepodge Gifts San Marino. So for the life of the journal, our founding sponsors are in there. So you can contact me, give you lots more information. Next slide, Alexis. We have something exciting coming up on February 9th. There is going to be a multi-chamber mixer. And if you've been coming to these every year, you know how much fun they are. They're super fun. Now this is different because it's virtual. We're used to being at Newer and we're used to being together, but that's okay. We'll make this happen. So on February 9th, there'll be all the chambers, San Gabriel Valley, so many of the chambers are going to come together and just have a virtual multi-chamber mix. It's an awesome opportunity for you to meet people that maybe you haven't seen in a long time, and maybe you never met them, but let's start really getting 2021 off to a bang up start with jumping in and coming to these things and meeting new people and putting yourself out there. For some of us, it's easy because we love to engage, we love to be with people, and others, it's not so easy. And putting yourself out there isn't easy, but let's just do it anyway. So that starts at 4 o'clock, and you, the registration information is there. Alexis? Next. Last year, we were not able to have our, sadly, we're not able to have our annual business expo. Our business expo is something that we're pretty famous for. And now we have 2 expos every year. Well, we like to, a business expo and an educational expo. We've always held them at the Hilton. And Julie has just done such an amazing job helping us bring these expos to a whole new level. They're so much fun, and you come, and if you're a vendor, you not only talk to people, but you make appointments. If you have products to sell, you sell products. We have fashion shows. It's just a great opportunity for our vendors, but it's free for the public, which means that people that you would have never met come and get to know you. Well, this year we have to obviously sort of pivot, excuse me, but Gary Watt, one of our board members, and Alexis Salamanca have found a brand new and exciting virtual platform for us. That's why we didn't have one last year, because we didn't want to have a lesser version of our excellent expo. So Alexis and Gary have somehow come up with this amazing virtual platform, and it's going to allow us to continue having phenomenal expos, getting our members, our vendors out there, and so that you can meet people, you can interact with them, you can do business with them. We'll have breakout rooms. We'll still have all the same things, the fitness on the stage, fashion shows on the stage, demonstrations of every kind, but it's going to allow us to have some breakout rooms where people that want to give special classes will be able to do that. So that's May 19th from 5 to 8 p.m. It's going to be very different than being at the Hilton, but we can do this, right? We can do this. So we're very excited. More information will be coming out, but save the date and take your business soaring to new heights. And again, don't be afraid of something new. Just be determined that 2021, you are going to challenge yourself, and you're going to find ways to not survive, but thrive. One of our chamber members has, her slogan for her flower shop is thriving through flowers. Well, we're going to help each other thrive through all of the challenges that we have faced. Next, we encourage you to go to our directory. If you haven't been a regular visitor, maybe you've never visited our directory, this is the time to do it. It is very challenging right now for us to get information out to you in a timely manner, because as soon as I email it out, you open it and read it, it's already changed. So what Alexis has done, has been willing to do, is to get things posted on our website as quickly as possible. So we're just going to do a real quick virtual tour of our website, starting with our homepage. So if you've never been there, we want to just show you why you want to continue to go to this. You can be an advertiser on our homepage. Can you show them Spectrum Reach? Okay, so Spectrum Reach is one of our advertisers. So you can be an advertiser on our website. But then this is also where you will find flyers of what's coming up. So if you missed, go back up a little bit to where the employment law, the very top. There you go. No, there. So if you were not able to join us last Thursday for the employment law update that Paul Chang and Jean Power and Joseph Frondel put on for us, if you weren't able to be at that, no problem. You can go to our website and you can download it and play it. Then if you just go up a little more, go down a little more, scroll down, you'll see that if you missed the PPP educational forum. There you can go, and there you go. It's there too. So all of that is posted. So if you're not sure when a breakfast is, you're not sure what events are coming up, Tony also keeps our calendar up to date. So you can go to that. Okay, then you go to our resource pages. We have the first one is the COVID-19 resource page. That's the one that's very hard to keep that information out there to you. We try, but like I said, by the time I email it to you, you open it, you read it, it's all changed. So we do take the newsletters we get, the SBDC notices, the county health, and we get them posted on our COVID-19 website. So go to that resource page and look for stuff. The SBDC, if you're not familiar with it, I encourage you to please can you find their little newsletter there, Alexis? Get familiar with the SBDC. It is one of your best resources for your business ever. It's all their services are free. They're free, they're free. You are foolish if you are not connecting in with them. They can help you fill out applications, the PPP application, loan applications. They are not lenders and they do not have money for you, but they will help you find money. They will help you with the application process. They'll help you know if you're eligible or not. So please contact them, stay in touch with them, go become a client of theirs. Then we have also in the resource page, in the resource section, we have member resources, and that's also where we have our Zoom archives. So like for instance, this breakfast this morning will be recorded and you'll be able to find it in the archives. So Barry, I know you're going to miss Randy's presentation, but fear not, it will be up on the website soon. And then we have our member directory. I encourage you to use chamber members when you need a resource. If it's not one of our members, go to another chamber and use a chamber member. I always encourage using a chamber member because there's accountability. There's a lot of accountability when you use a chamber member. So get used to using chamber members. Our directory is, like I said, Tony does a great job keeping it up to date. And then you'll also find information on how to join our chamber on our website. So that's just a brief little tour of the website. And we want to encourage you to be regular visitors to that. If there's anything you can't find, you can always reach out to me. Okay, at this moment, I'm going to stop and introduce our guest speaker. I can tell you that you are in for a real treat this morning. Our breakfast sponsor and guest speaker is somebody who holds a very special place in my heart. Ever since my very first telephone conversation with her several years ago, and then when I met her in person at a chamber mixer at Clearman's Northwoods Inn, from that moment, she's just become one of my dearest friends, confidants, and in a lot of ways, an advisor on so many levels. She's been instrumental in helping me resolve many personal conflicts, as well as assisting our board of directors resolve a lot of critical chamber issues and conflicts. In fact, our speaker was instrumental in successfully intervening at a chamber event when there was a misunderstanding and a miscommunication between two people, and a valued chamber member and vendor got very offended and was not only going to leave the event, they were going to leave the chamber. And thankfully, our speaker intervened and everything got resolved so beautifully. Chamber member was happy vendor. It was just really amazing what she was able to do. So it is my honor and my privilege to introduce this morning's speaker, Randy Sotomayor. And Randy, several of your fellow attorneys are here this morning to support and learn from you. So welcome, Randy.
Good morning. Sandy, thank you so much for that loving introduction. And that's just, it means everything to me. I'm here to talk about conflict today, but an easy way an easy, hard way to try and deal with what conflicts exist in our lives. I'm going to start the PowerPoint presentation. So if I can share the screen successfully, I'm going to do so. Why can't I share my screen? I thought I was a co-host. Can I
try it again? I'm sorry.
Here we go. Okay. By and large, most of us avoid conflict. You know, it's awkward at best and almost always uncomfortable and horribly violent at worst, right? We've all seen this to one degree or another. And it's just something we hate, and we end up in lawsuits. My background is in commercial litigation, and I always practiced in a way that was collaborative. And I've been through many years of people who were not terribly collaborative. And one time I asked someone who was giving me a hard time, why do you all give me such a hard time? And the answer was, well, I expect you to paper me to death and make my life miserable. So I'm going to make you, you know, I thought I'd step in first and be aggressive. I'm like, you know, I don't work that way. And I started that way all the way through, which made me sort of a natural, take natural steps toward business mediation. And what I've discovered is how a lot of people, out of fear or for whatever other reasons, lose control over conflict, and therefore can't get themselves unstuck. So what if some of the conflicts you have could actually be productive and leave you feeling relieved? I have an idea. Now, look at this picture. You see these absolutely infuriated people screaming at each other, but in the middle of their screaming at each other, there's an idea. And you might come to realize that when sometimes you've had this experience where you've been forced to voice your conflict, but in the end, being able to hear each other ends up allowing you to come up with creative solutions. Conflict is normal. If you don't have a conflict in your day, whether it's with your kindergartner, your business partner, the dentist, the receptionist at the doctor's office, I'd be shocked. Everybody has conflict every day. So why is it that we don't look at it as normal? It is. And the result of conflict also often is very positive. And you might try, but the reality is you can't control others. You can only control yourself and how the conflict affects you. You can control your own perspective. You can control your reactions. You can control your anger. And I'll tell you the 4-word solution, but not quite yet. Now, this is a picture by William Ely. I think it showed up in Puck magazine in the early 1800s. I don't know if we can do a poll, but I'd like to know what people see in this picture. What's this a picture of? And Regina, is it possible to get a poll and everybody just type in the chat real quick what they see in the picture? Just type in the chat and, you know.
So we have elderly woman or old, young woman. I see a lady's face in profile.
So do we see more? Okay, does anybody not see one or the other? Anybody having a hard time picking out either the young woman or the older woman? This drawing is called My Wife and My Mother-in-Law.
Most are saying elderly woman.
Ah, okay. So there are a lot of different renditions of this picture. But if you think for a minute, take a look at it. The young woman, she is looking to the left and slightly away from us. And what is the older woman's nose, like where her nostrils are, is actually the left jawbone of the young woman. The young woman is wearing the two little feathers coming out of the top. That's the feathers coming out of the young woman's hat. Anybody not be able to find it?
So we're getting a reading that most people now are seeing both.
Good. The point here, okay, well, wait, I'm going to take another one. I'm going to go to the next one. Just 1 second. What do we see here? Just type in the chat. We have any answers?
Yes, a woman's face, saxophone player, man playing saxophone, man playing an instrument.
Right. Do most of them see one or the other?
Yes.
Pardon me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Anybody have any trouble seeing the saxophone player?
Most of them are seeing the saxophone player.
Anybody have trouble seeing the woman? The woman's lips are the projectile just above the end of the saxophone. And her eye is that little flat oval to the right of the musician's nose. Can you see the woman? The reason I bring these up is that there are often two or countless ways of looking at things, that people don't always see things the same way you do. You'll be looking at the same exact thing and somebody will see something different.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads me to what I consider to be reality. Everyone has their own truth. And there are as many truths as there are individuals. Now, individuals can't know everything, so we rely on others we trust to give us the facts, right? But if the facts are not believable, maybe before passing judgment, you might consider asking why. Uh-oh. One thing that's very important is that you can't learn anything if you're the only one talking. I struggle with that. you know, I like to talk, and I practice often, and I do this in my work, active listening skills. If you can listen, you're going to be way ahead in the information gathering area. And I list up here on this chart a number of active listening skills. But one of the things you have to do is basically listen to understand as opposed to listening to respond. It's very important to develop a sensibility and a desire and an interest to understand the other, because it serves you and will bring you a greater peace. And if you understand where the other person is really coming from. It's very important to avoid escalation of disagreements. This is something that one of the fathers of mediation came up with, which was discovering the power of the balcony. When you're going to blow, or when you don't know, and when you're at your wit's end, and you just don't know what you're going to do, and you are getting ready to go home after the worst day at work, you know things can blow. Everybody these days is on edge, is desperate in one way or another, and we're all off kilter at best. So the balcony is a metaphor for taking a mental and even physical break and going to the balcony, which is basically a psychologically calm place where you can pause, get yourself under control, refocus on the real issues. Teddy Roosevelt once said, if you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. Is the problem really the other person? Or even if it is, can you make adjustments that will make you better off, that are in your interest? Now, this is a picture of a gorgeous theater in Paris called the Palais Garnier. And that's me one of the times I had the privilege of going there. I try to go to the balcony a lot. And I can tell you that particular one was extremely peaceful and gorgeous and full of red velvet and gold cord. And it's a lovely memory. My mom, who's visiting incognito here today, was with me, and one of my daughters on this occasion. Now, another obstacle to us is the concept of implicit bias, or often known as unconscious bias. Unfortunately, people may think consciously that they couldn't possibly be biased. But there are perspectives that we develop based on our background that we just can't consciously control. You cannot believe the studies that have been made and the statistics that establish that bias really does exist, even if you try to make efforts that demonstrate you're not. And implicit bias leads to judgments about people. Developing consciousness of your words, your tone of voice, your facial expressions, your body language, all makes a very big difference. And here's something that a lot of people wouldn't admit, but I think this is what really comes to mind. We consciously might oppose these feelings, but implicit bias is not conscious. Things like this view here, and I think we know it kind of in our heart. but no one would ever consciously want to feel that way. Okay, here comes the four-word solution to conflict. Replace judgment with curiosity. The reality is everyone has secrets and burdens and fears and insecurities. Not only you, not only me. You know, everybody's having a hard day. And I'll give you an example of something that really worked for me. I don't know why it happened, but maybe 35 years ago, you know, I was a young, in a hurry person, and I really hated it when people cut me off on the freeway. And you know, I never got into full out road rage, but it, you know, it made me mad enough. Like maybe I'd speed up or something, or you know, a tailgate for a second. And one day it occurred to me, gee, what are the chances that every person that is cutting me off on the freeway it intends to actually, you know, get in my way and cut me off? I mean, what are the chances that they really are a jerk? And it occurred to me that those chances were very slim, that most people really are not jerks. And it occurred to me that, oh my goodness, maybe that person is rushing to the hospital because someone was hurt in their family. Or maybe that person is late going somewhere. Maybe that person just didn't see me. Maybe that person thought that in the Los Angeles experience driving, you know, we all are really good and know how to weave in and out, and everybody's the same. Or maybe he just was oblivious, and I was lucky to save the day. I think that's more likely what is the reality of people cutting you off. But it's easy to assume that they're jerks. And I just sort of trained myself over the years to start looking at other people as not really trying to make my life difficult, but just going about their own day, dealing with their own life and their own troubles and their own fears. So what are you afraid of? What am I afraid of? These days, there's a lot of things. Financial insecurity, not being able to support your family, losing your job, losing your home, shame, embarrassment. This is also awful. I mean, our country is so divided. Everybody is on edge. We're confined. So, you know, I've been very, very big on the concept of kindness in this last year because it's an incredibly effective tool. Sometimes I used to think like, oh, that person is a very kind person. I'm nothing like that. But kindness is actually something that we all have. And you can notice when you've been kind. But when it comes to other people, kindness will be very productive. If you're kinder and more positive with people who you assume are going to have nothing useful to say, are going to start a fight with you, then you're already jumping into the ring before the problem has even begun. And you're also assuming that they're worthless because they are a different personality or more aggressive or have been known to fight hard. Well, a lot of these difficult people, as we can describe them, they often will come from a background of fear themselves, or of having been bullied themselves. And sometimes they grow up and they're fighters. But if you stop for a minute to listen to even the person you assume doesn't have anything good to say, then everyone gets to be heard. Everyone gets the respect. Everyone gets the benefit of the doubt. Don't expect to be bullied. Expect to be respected. Don't put up defenses unless you need to. So the simple rule is to use curiosity to understand. Recognize that people won't always see the way things the way you do. You can't learn anything if you're the only one talking. Develop awareness of unconscious bias and be accepting to those who disagree with you. Try first to find things that you have in common and work from there. Don't dismiss people based on your assumptions about them. And when in doubt, or if you don't know what to say, ask a question. And if you don't know what question to ask, just ask why. Why is a really great question that you can use over and over and over again. And people will share. So if you stop, go to the balcony, take your time, you will be able to turn on this sign on a lot more days than you do usually. And you will have a lot of surprises for yourself. You can accomplish things you never imagined you could. You could have friends you never imagined you would be friends with. That's me last December at the end of a 21-mile race after knee surgery last year out in the Malibu area. And I am still working on it, but get me another time and I will tell you about the evolution of a couch potato to a competitive athlete. It was a remarkable experience. And when you're open, you can achieve many things. Above all, it's very, very, very important to remember, just be kind. Simply be kind. So I am happy to take questions. I always talk too long, and this time I kind of like to hear from the group, any questions you might have or comments or experiences you might have had that might contradict this or support what I'm saying. So I will stop the screen share. Let's see.
Randy, I like to say something.
Yes.
So it's not, don't feel that you say so much. My experience of you has always been a woman of purpose and a huge heart, and being a mediator for what you do. I can just imagine being in the middle when you have these two people just going at each other and you're just like, okay, let me hear your point, let me hear your point, and let's come together. The way that you put it together from a balcony view, very interesting. And I took notes. So these notes are gonna be right in front of me every day, just so that I know to look back and look at the balcony, because to replace judgment with curiosity is a very new way that I would look at things. So I want to just say thank you for that.
You're welcome, Tony. That is great. People need sort of mantras and easy things to go to. Just replace judgment with curiosity. Ask why. Ask why. But before, you know, in order to get yourself realistically, you know, you're wound up at first, right? And when we are emotionally charged, it is impossible and scientifically established that it is to think clearly and rationally and sensibly and make good business decisions. It takes a while to recover from that. I mean, they've even figured out how long. And by taking yourself to the balcony, you can really speed up that process of getting yourself under control before you begin to negotiate.
Randy, so one of the question is, how do you mediate with irrational people?
You know, I have been asked that question before, and it's a really difficult question because, you know, who's to decide who's irrational? Sometimes it's emotional, and sometimes there is a diagnosed problem. Usually in my mediations, the principals or clients are represented by attorneys. And so they look to the attorney for their legal advice. Mediators are not allowed to give legal advice, although many of us are lawyers. And mediators don't take sides. But, you know, consistent with what we were talking about today, you know, I try to meet everyone where they are. And I have mediated with, you know, people who've been diagnosed as having severe problems. And you just meet people where they are and appreciate where they're coming from. And then I use the help of the attorney, or I use my own experience, and we get through it. But it's meeting people where they are and understanding and listening to them and not treating them as irrational and not saying they're irrational, because maybe they have more to contribute than somebody thinks they do.
Thank you so much, Randy, for that. Yeah, very well said. I did notice that Paul had raised his hand. Paul, did you have a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, a prophet is someone that speaks that people respect. And a prophet typically says things that everybody knows, but they present it in a way that nobody has thought about. And I can be able to tell you that the presentation today, and I've watched a ton of presentations, and, you know, very frankly, from my standpoint, I'm never really moved by speakers. I have to say the presentation today was excellent. I just, you know, I'm unsure how Randy was able to unpack so many difficult concepts in a very simple manner that was acceptable and just you know, really digestible in such a short period of time. But I just wanted to say, you know, just an incredible, I mean, I've been practicing for 15 years, and to be able to hear some of the concepts that have been presented that everybody knows about. Everybody knows about, you know, going to their, you know, a quiet place, or everybody knows about implicit bias. But to be able to hear it in a way today, I'm just blown away. I just, you know, and again, just like Tony, I was taking notes on my phone. I just, you know, just incredible. So I just wanted to say thank you for being a prophet, just speaking in a way that's truly acceptable, because without prophets, we aren't able to, you know, society isn't able to go in the right direction. So thank you so much, Randy.
Thank you, Paul. That's, you do me a great honor. And you know, we do, Paul makes a really good point. We do hear a lot of these things, but to make it simple and to put it in a, you know, when he says acceptable, that means being able to understand and use it and implement it. These tools are useless if we don't understand them in context.
So Randy, we've received a lot of positive feedback regarding your presentation, so thank you. But what has been your most rewarding mediation?
Well, I was trying to, I'm often caught off guard with that question, but I was thinking about it because I am often caught off guard by that question. And I was thinking that I had one once where it was a real estate non-disclosure case. And where the buyer claimed that the seller failed to, the seller failed to go to reveal something that would have made a material difference in the buyer's decision to buy. And what we had was a purchase of a large industrial space, commercial property, and the seller and buyer were there individually. And what had happened was the buyer withdrew from the deal after the deadline. So under the contract, he would lose his $50,000 deposit, and he wanted it back. And so there are two men, and they met. We met in my office at the time, and we met together. And it occurred to the seller to ask the buyer, what were you intending to use the space for? And the buyer said, well, I'm a teacher, and when I retire, I was planning to use this space for after-school programs for disenfranchised, marginalized kids. And the seller was incredibly struck by that. I then separated the two parties into two separate rooms and was going to try and negotiate a deal. I go in with the seller and he says, Randy, I really want the buyer to leave today happy. I'm like, wait, where am I? Am I in the middle of a dispute? What? He was so compelled by the sincerity and integrity of the buyer that he felt that he wanted to share in that mission. And so the settlement was to give half of it back as long as it was, half of the deposit back as long as it was used for those purposes. What a great solution that was.
Wow.
And it came from asking why.
Great job. Yeah, great job. So one final question. You're a very strong mediator. You're not a psychologist. How does this relate to what you do?
Well, in mediation, once you get to mediation, usually matters have gone to counsel, and you hire attorneys. When you have a dispute, you hire an attorney to zealously advocate for your position. At the same time, attorneys are supposed to act in your self-interest, in your interest. Well, your interest could be to be both aggressive and to also reach a settlement. And there's a contradiction there. And so by the time disputes escalate, people are so mad, it is so impossible for them to talk to each other, that a mediator can help set things straight much earlier. In real estate, they have a number of contracts. There are mandatory mediation requirements before filing any kind of action. And that often gets to the problem earlier and resolution earlier. But in many commercial actions, people end up spending tons of money on attorneys before they get the settlement that they need and really want. And so what I do is I'm often faced with counsel and parties who are infuriated with each other. And at the same time, they're thinking crazy. like irrationally. And I help people break it down. I help people specify their goals. I help people communicate. I help people say, I wish we'd had this conversation earlier.
Well, great job. We have no further questions, Randy.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity here today. I love seeing the chamber members. I love you guys so much. And, you know, I appreciate your comments and reactions. Thank you.
Randy, I think that we can all agree that we learned a lot this morning. And what I found really interesting was the engagement, because it's early and not everybody is an early morning person. I am, but not everyone is. Not everyone's minds are working and moving that direction. Devlin is smiling because poor Devlin with twins, you know, 1-year-old twins now. Sleep is not always something he gets a lot of. And then there's Alexis, who at midnight, I'm texting him and emailing him things. Can you do this for tomorrow morning? So he doesn't even go to bed. But what I was really impressed with was this morning, if you look through the chat, Randy, people were, even though they might have sort of been thinking, I'm not quite awake, they were learning, they were engaged. And your manner of presenting, your manner of speaking, your manner, and I've always told you this, it's just calming. And that you would do that at board meetings. As you know, we would not always come in the room that way. And then Randy would be there calm and she would present calm. And that's why she's been such an influence in my life, my professional life and personal life, because of her ability to bring a calmness in a situation that, even if it's not adversarial, just maybe way too high energy, that you think, okay, let's just bring it down a little and let's have this discussion. So Randy, thank you so much. I know that several of us are going to be following up with you, picking your brain to let you know, yes, this is being recorded. So Alexis has been recording this the whole time. It will be made available. So do not worry if you ran out of note paper, which I think several of us did, so that will be recorded.
So thank you. Thank you. Hear that, Mom? Hear how calm I am?
Yes, Mom. Maybe you don't always see her that way, but me, I tell you, we see her that way. In situations where some of us had our hair on fire and just going in a million directions, and Randy could focus us back down. So you know how much you mean to me. You know how much I value your, not just your advice, but it isn't really advice, just the way you share things. And I'm always impressed with your running and the things you can do with these marathons and all that, especially after knee surgery. So we took the opportunity at the beginning to sing. And now that we've been kind of sitting and enjoying what we've been hearing, we're going to sing again. So get your singing voices on, unmute yourselves, because we had a chamber ambassador, another chamber ambassador that had a birthday on Monday, and we need to sing to her too. So Donna, we sang for Gilda, and I wish we had cakes for you guys. We don't, you know, so just pretend. But we're gonna sing to Donna now. So your voices are all warmed up. So this should sound really good, right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Donna.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Back muted. You know, if we had a contest this morning, and we were going to give a prize to the person that traveled the furthest, that prize would go to Jocelyn Hanson, who traveled all the way from Dallas, Texas, to be with us today. For those of you that didn't realize it, Jocelyn moved several months ago, back in August, broke my heart, but moved away and went to Dallas, Texas. But look at this, she still stays engaged with us. And when we start meeting in person again, she will still come and do our breakfast. She'll just come here from Texas, do our breakfast and go back again. Now we haven't negotiated that yet, but you know, that's my plan. So the other day we were cleaning out stuff from the freezer and we came across this beautiful blueberry crumble that Jocelyn had made before she left. So we had a piece of Jocelyn that morning. All right, we are going to start doing some raffle prizes. We love winning, winning, winning. Everybody loves to win a prize. So we're going to have our raffle prize team take over. We're going to have Martin and Donna and Gilda. Let's spin the wheel of prizes and let's do some giveaways. Woo! Are you ready?
Yes, we are. So what we did, we went around. So if you got a chat from me, making sure that I have your name, that was me. Sorry, I disturbed you while listening to Randy. We got almost everybody in the raffle generator. Donna, we just got somebody that came in, Ryan Davies. You want to add that gentleman's information on there? And
okay.
Donna's going to share her screen. She's going to pull up the raffle generator. And I need to pull up what the first raffle is. So give me a moment. Okay. There we go. All right.
Let me see. Share. It says host disabled participant screen sharing for me.
Let me fix that for you. Okay. You got it. And then can you also double check to make sure Jean Power is in the wheel as well?
She is.
She is there. Yeah. And I were double checking.
Okay. You should be able to share your screen now for the wheel.
Okay. Where's my wheel? Ah. Okay, there it is. How do I do a big screen though? Are you seeing it?
We are seeing it.
Kimberly Bell.
Okay, so Kimberly, what you won is from Debbie Unrow. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the last name. From Elizabeth House. You won a reusable water bottle with C's chocolates. Yay! And Martha, if you could put that on the chat for us as winners are recognized, that way we'll connect the donors and the winners.
Donna, can you maximize the screen in your laptop so we all can see the participants for the wheel?
So let me see.
Maximize the screen. Go to the right.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we're going to do the next one. Here we go. Oh, we'll do the next one. Woo! Paul Chang.
Did I see Paul left?
He just now walked. He had to go to a meeting.
Okay, how do we treat that? Do we have to be here, or when they leave, they leave?
No, because he just walked out the door, so he still gets it. What did he win?
Okay, he won another reusable water bottle with C's chocolates from Elizabeth House and Debbie Unruh. Thank you, Debbie.
Okay. What is our next prize?
Okay, and our next prize is actually from Donna Lee, the master raffle generator here. Donna from Wave, excuse me, is donating a immune system value pack. It's a $99 value pack. Thank you for your donation. We need music in the background.
We
I
do
know,
need
I'm trying to
music. Alexis, where's the music?
There's too many screens going on. Chad Richardson. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a T. A D. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right.
Yay, Chad, yay.
Yay,
you're-
Chad.
All right.
Alexis,
Okay.
is there a way to get music?
No.
There is, but I'm trying to, oh, here. To customize. Hold on. Ticking sound, music. Okay. Here we go. Oops. How do I get rid of this one? Shoot. How do I?
That's okay, just spin. We'll sing.
Darn.
We want to have prizes. We want
Right
to win
here.
prizes.
We want to win prizes. Okay, here we go.
What's this prize? What are we giving away?
All right, this package is also from Donna Lee from LifeWave. It's another Happy Patch. Donna, do you want to explain what that is? The Happy Patch?
Let's see. It's a Happy Patch package. So it'll be basically, just discussing health issues and seeing how we can reduce stress and allow you to just feel happy and elated without any drugs or chemicals.
All right, and the winner is
Just go
Regina. All right,
Regina
Regina.
Boring.
Yay,
All right.
winner. Yay, Regina.
Yay!
Thank you.
What's
Okay.
next? What's the next prize?
Okay, the next prize is from Gabriel Vasquez with Redesign Learning Nonprofit. He has donated a $20 gift card to Starbucks and a bunch of promotional materials from his organization. Let's give it a spin.
Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Yay.
Woo!
And the winner is Julie. Who's the winner?
Julie
Julie,
Costanza.
yay.
So, okay.
Julie likes Starbucks. Yay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Do we have another?
Yes, we
What's
do. We have
next?
several more actually. The next prize is donated by moi, Gilda from PHP Agency. I'm giving away a $20 gift card to Sweet and Savory in San Marino.
Yum.
Most delicious goodie.
Nice.
Let's give it a spin.
Nice. Okay, here we go, everyone. Gene Hopkins Power.
Congratulations. All right.
Ooh, Jean's gonna like that. It's close by the office too. It's a 10-minute drive from her.
Right there on Huntington Drive in San Marino.
What's next, Gilda?
All right. Next, we have a $25 gift card to Trader Joe's from Joan D'Souza.
Yay.
Okay, here
Okay,
we
let's
go.
go.
Vitria from World Harvest.
Yay, Vitria, you can go to Trader Joe's, do some shopping.
Hey, thank you.
Vitria from World Harvest. World Harvest, yay. If you want to know more about that fantastic nonprofit, just ask Vitria. And if you want to know more about the nonprofit Elizabeth House, Debbie Unruh donated 2 great prizes. You want to know more about Elizabeth House? Talk to Debbie Unruh. What's next?
All right, next we have
Sorry.
a Starbucks gift card, $25 Starbucks gift card from Lavina Tetro. Lavina, good to see you. She's with Melaleuca. And I see the winner is Kim Hansen. Congratulations.
Yay, Kim.
Yay,
And
Kim.
her hairdresser salon is back open. Yay, Kim. She can do your hair again.
Okay. Shall we keep going, Sandy?
Yeah, go a couple more minutes. Go a couple more minutes.
Sorry, Gilda?
Yes.
I'm sorry, who donated that prize?
Lavina. And you know what? I'm also recording on my end, so don't worry.
Thank you.
I have it here set up. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Let's do two more. Let's do two more prizes. What's next?
All right. So this one is from Sandy Roscoe, our executive director. She has given away a $50 Visa gift card. Oh, I wonder who's going to win that one.
Wow. Okay.
Spin.
Here we go. Ready? Woo! Heidi Marie.
Yay.
A first timer.
A first time guest, a $50 gift card. That'll be fun shopping.
Wow.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Do one more.
Sandy, you've got
one more?
4 more, but the next one is a $25 to El Pavo Bakery.
Okay. Karina. 1, 2, 3. Chad already won, right?
Chad already won.
Yeah.
Chad, we love you, but we're going to remove you from that.
Sorry.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
here we
Chad.
go.
I know you would love to go to El Pavo and eat, but you're going to have to do next time. Okay, let's spin that wheel.
I'm gonna have to go out and buy a lottery ticket. Woo-hoo-hoo, look at who won.
But I can't win my own prize.
Okay.
Okay. We'll try it again. Here we go.
Barry Ross. Okay. I know he had to leave early.
Yeah, he had to leave.
What do you want to do there?
Okay, so what we're gonna do, because I'm the one donating it, is I am donating it to our first birthday girl, and that's Gilda.
Oh, that's thank
So
you.
that is Gilda.
Okay.
So that was easy. That's a birthday present for Gilda. Yay.
All
Okay,
right.
so we'll finish this up after our breakout room. So let's take some networking time. Let's go to our breakout rooms. Let's do some networking, and then we'll come back and win more prizes. Let's do some networking.
Art of pivoting.
Are we ready, Devlin?
Yep.
Hi, Vitria.
Hi.
Oh, look at our breakout room. Is so fun. This is so fun. So let's see who we have in here. We have Vitria. We have Kimberly. Okay, Kimberly, actually, we should have just, since the music was so terrible, we should have just had you singing the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Singing and some dancing and some moving and grooving.
Next time.
Okay, you come prepared in February, girlfriend. No, because now you won't come. I know better. Oh my gosh. So those of you that don't, I'm teasing Kimberly because if you're new with us, and it's been a while, but when we started our breakfast, we used to go around the room because it wasn't a huge gathering at the time. And we used to go around the room, and I would take the microphone all around the room, and everyone would do a self-introduction. And then when I would come to Kimberly, she'd be under the table because she didn't want to have to talk. Now, the interesting thing is she's an attorney, and she's a really good attorney. She's a great attorney. She advocates for special needs kids, and she's a special needs attorney so that when they aren't getting the services they need or anything is standing in the way of their success, Kimberly steamrolls over anyone in the way. However, if you try to talk to her in a big group setting, yeah, you have to go find her under the table. So we teased Kimberly about that, because how could you be this successful tiger in your business and yet so shy? But she's just amazingly fun. And then Tracy, who we met yesterday. So here's what we're going to do in this the time we have. I want to let each one of you do three things. I would like you to, well, four things. First of all, put your information in this chat also. So as we're going on, we're not going to stop and do it, but as we're going, please put all your correct information in the chat. And then we want to do a couple of things in this time that we have together. I want to give each of you an opportunity to state your name, introduce yourselves to us, and your business, and a goal you have for this year. What is a goal that you have this year that maybe you haven't shared before? Maybe you're just now thinking about it. And it doesn't even have to be something brand new. Maybe you're going to become more successful at something you've been doing. So let's just go around the room and we're going to introduce ourselves, introduce yourself, your business, not a long talk about your business, just what your business is. And then let's hear a goal you have for this year. Okay, so we'll start with Vitria. We're just going to go around the room.
Hi, I'm Vitria, and I'm with World Harvest. It's a local nonprofit. We're based and located in Monrovia, just across the library park. And even though we're local, but we help people around the world, especially those who are suffering, economically, and those who are in like poverty area, and also like the local community. We try to help kids or through education, community services, and also media services. And yeah, the goal that I have for this year, that's kind of like interesting, because I just want to get to know and more people and hopefully help more people. Does that sound reasonable?
I think that's an energetic goal. Okay,
Okay.
now Kimberly, you cannot hide under the table. Understand that, Kimberly? So no hiding under the table. So
I can hide. My name is Kimberly McReynolds Bell. I am an attorney. I specialize in mental health and special education, working with families to help them access special education services. Funny thing, I'm looking at Redesign for Learning, and I have placed many a kid there. And
have you?
Was there. I was able to, actually take my families on tours so they could get an idea, and a lot of them chose that school. But I also work in mental health court, representing conservators who have family members who have mental illnesses. And then my goal, Hawaii.
Really?
My goal, I just need a vacation. I want to get out of my house. I want to go away. So Hawaii is my goal this year.
Stay healthy and get to Hawaii, right?
Yep, that's it.
I love it. Okay, Tracy, this is someone I met yesterday at B for B. And when I heard what she did, I wanted to jump through the screen and hug her and then just drag her to lots of our businesses because, oh my gosh. So Tracy.
Hi, my name is Tracy Terry, and the name of my business is Bankable CEO. And I help business owners with established business entities like the corporations, the LLCs, to get business credit and financing without a personal guarantee. And so my goal this year is to help as many business owners that I can to get financing without a personal guarantee so that they can separate their personal credit from their business credit. And I can help any entity within the United States. And even if you have a entity and you ruined your business credit, I can help you to reestablish. And if you're a new business, I can help you to establish it from the beginning.
So like I said yesterday, Tracy, and I'm going to say it again today, please put your information carefully in the chat because people, we need you. People need you.
Okay.
So we want to be able to follow up with that. So we like that. Now, one of my favorite people is here with me today, Velma.
Good
Velma and
morning.
Vitria have such, you and Vitria works just, you know, and Gabriel, you guys all have kind of that same sort of mentality in your whole work. So Velma, introduce yourself.
Good morning, Sandy, and thank you very much. I'm happy to be able to be here. I'm Velma De La Rosa. I'm the Executive Director, and I'm with La Casa Community Center of San Gabriel, or La Casa de San Gabriel Community Center. And we're a nonprofit serving the community. And through the last year, we've been able to keep a preschool open, as well as provide families with food during these very difficult times. And it's all done with partners like Sandy and some of the other members of the chamber. So thank you for that. And my goal for this year, it's last year we discovered that our families needed a lot of help with food. And so the goal for this year is look at what's next, or look at what else is it that our families need, and figure out how to help them with that. So working on that.
And so Velma, you know that when you get that sort of that wish list, that's something you send to the chamber so that we can put that out.
Yes.
That we can,
yes.
Because we want to say, okay, you know, if you can help with this in any way, none of us can do the whole wish list, but together, each one of us, we can put that whole wish list together, like we did your backpacks. So
Yes.
you put that out there for us.
Yes, and you've been amazing this last year with so many different things, and we are so very thankful for that.
It's all about community, Velma.
Yes,
you gotta
it
take
is.
care of those kids
And
and those
partnership.
families. And
Yes.
partnerships, we're lost without it.
Yes.
Gabriel. Un beso.
Hola,
Hello.
how you doing?
Good.
So I'm Gabriel with the Institute for the Design of Learning, even though I also have a printing company, but I'm not here through my company, I'm through the nonprofit. We are located in South Pasadena and Pasadena. As Kimberly said, we work with people with special needs. We are one of the few nonprofits in the area that has a range of services for people with special needs from 0 to 59, 60 years plus. And yeah, we empower individuals of abilities to take charge of their own learning. And that's what we are doing. And this chamber in particular, Sandy has helped me and my nonprofit to connect with so many businesses that they start hiring our individuals with special needs. For example, the San Gabriel grocery outlet, we have Susan with a Frida Pickles shop,
Yes.
the
Yes.
flower shop.
Yes.
We will start working together and create a flower program for people with special needs. Because COVID, everything kind of is in hold, but we are working to do something together. And with Mayra from the Pasadena Community College, we start working together and have our clients taking their courses, and also some of their students will start doing some sort of internships in our organization, kind of like a working together. So yep, that's.
And what is your goal?
Oh,
What's
I
your
have
goal?
many. I have quite a few, but with my
You have to pick
son,
one.
we start archery, so both are very
With Santi?
with Santi. We start archery, and my goal for this year is to start competing in a national level.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will connect you with Betty Wang St. Peter, because her son Nicholas, I think I share with you what Nicholas
Yeah.
does archery. So I'll make myself a note to connect you.
Yeah. Let me
Yay.
know.
Yes, I will. Okay,
Thank
Pat,
you.
1 minute. Okay, Pat, you're muted.
Okay, now I'm not. Okay, my name is Pat Fulton. I am from the Kiwanis Club of San Gabriel, and I am by profession a registered nurse and a level 1 archery instructor. I am here representing Kiwanis, and of course, we are all about the kids, and we are the ones that put on the big Easter event every year, and a big ad book. This last year we did not have the Easter event, but this year we are going to be doing our $5,000 scholarships. Thank you very much. My own personal goals for this year are just to make sure that all my work at Camp Totapochin is upgraded. And my other personal goal is just to make sure that I'm spot on line with everything I have to do at home. You know, I am one of the individual people, but the organization that I represent today really thanks everybody at the chamber and advertised, and we did hold true to our goal of last year. You were represented on our website, so thank you very much. And
Yay. Thank you, Pat. Thank you for being here. Alexis.
Let me unmute myself. Okay, I am mute.
Who is
Thank you, Sandy.
Alexis?
Thank you, Sandy, for bringing us in this amazing room. I'm very excited about one of the things. If you guys don't know me, my name is Alexis Salamanca, President of the Board of Directors for the San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce, and along with Sandy, we like to help our business community. I'm very excited about one event that we're having with my church, that we're trying to help our community here in the city of San Gabriel, and we chose La Casa Community Center for helping increase their food bank on February 20th. I wear different hats in the chamber and also in my community, and we're gonna have an amazing event there, trying to collect more food, so you guys at La Casa can do an amazing job, as you always do in the community. So thank you for that. And one of the goals this year will be, I like to innovate what I know about marketing strategies. And I'm constantly learning different ideas, different technologies. So my year for today is go the extra mile on that and utilize that to help the Chamber of Commerce, so we can position ourselves in a chamber that provides for the business community. And most of you are nonprofit organizations, so you guys are the heart for the chamber. We are willing to become compassion for the chamber, and you guys are the perfect connection and partnership we ever have in order to do this. So my goal to innovate in marketing strategies. Thank you, Sandy.
Great goal. And just in case you all don't know, that will translate down to yay for the chamber.
Yep.
Devlin, father of twins that just turned a year old.
Thank you. My name is Devlin Chung. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones. My office is located over in San Marino, but since March, I've just been working exclusively from home. And some of the ways that I help people is I want to understand what's most important to them. And the way that I do that is I ask open-ended questions to really uncover what's truly important. I know at the end of the day, performance and having your money grow is great, but what are you trying to make that money grow for? Is it to maybe see your kids or your grandchildren a few extra times in the year? Is it maybe you want to retire in a different country or possibly a different state? What is it that makes you tick? That's what my job is. That's what I'm trained to uncover. So my responsibilities as a financial advisor is to organize wealth, build wealth, protect your wealth, and eventually transfer your wealth. So if you guys have any questions or if you know of anybody that is in need of these services, definitely don't hesitate to reach out. Devlin Chung with Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
And what's your goal for 2021?
My goal for 2021 is to keep my children happy and safe.
And our goal, our goal is to get to a place in 2021 when we can come see those babies, because these babies, little Desmond and Desiree, 1 year old, well, it'll be 2-year-old, 1 month and 1 year, 1 month soon. We haven't seen them. We haven't held them. And we had all signed up to babysit so that Devlin and his wife could go on date nights. We said, no problem. Look at all the babysitters. We'll sign up. We'll all take a turn. We haven't babysat one time. So our goal is to fulfill our promise to go help these parents have a date night. So
thank you.
We will come. We promise we're really going to fulfill that promise as soon as we can walk through the door. Okay, Artie, your turn. Let's hear from you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Artie Hood, and I'm the founder of Actionable Consulting Services. I actually launched my business in December of 2019, secured a couple of clients, was doing great, and then came COVID. So my goal for 2021 is to relaunch my business, and I have been working feverishly on my website, which will launch by the beginning of February.
Yay, Artie.
Impressive, but been working really hard during this time, taking advantage of the pivots. So I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and working with you.
So what's a personal fun goal that isn't business?
I beg your pardon?
What's a fun goal that isn't business related?
Fun goal is to go to France.
Oh, okay.
I travel to France every other year, and Bordeaux is my next stop.
Whoa!
So I used to make gourmet candy that complemented fine wines and gourmet cheeses, and so I have a love for wine and food. And so I go to France.
Do you have family there?
No. My family's from France. My grandparents were French.
Okay.
But no, I don't have any family there now.
But that's a great, so when Bree mentioned yesterday at B4B, the wine event in March, your ears perked up, right?
Depends.
I was just thinking you could just make us some gourmet chocolates to go along with that.
It's not chocolate, it's brittles. It's different.
Oh, brittles, okay.
Brittles, yeah. So
how fun.
But I don't do that anymore.
I know, just now you're focusing on this business.
Yes.
Well,
so what I do is I build business strategies and marketing strategies for companies that are looking to grow. So this is my fourth entrepreneurial business, and instead of creating a product that's either a B2B or a B2C, I am helping other businesses be successful because I've had a lot of success. I have a master's in marketing and have been in sales all my life. So I know how to build a strategy to flourish.
Well, we would love to have you become part of our chamber and let us help you with that growth process. That would be so much fun.
Thank you.
But we wish you much success in that because that's needed. That is very much needed in this. And I think that we can all agree with that. Well, in the 5 minutes we have remaining, what I would love to be able to do is now that you guys can have, you have a little thumbnail sketch of one another, maybe we can have somebody ask a question of somebody that you don't really know and you just met them today and ask them a question and maybe take it from there. So Gabriel, as you were listening to people brand new, is there a question you might have for somebody?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to answer a couple emails from my boss that she's sending me right now.
Well, tell her that I get you right now.
Yeah, I know. No, but I was actually taking notes because I really wanted to connect with Kimberly and because of the things that we do. So yeah, I was actually putting some notes in my book here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I wanted to connect with her and see how we can or what we can do together to keep supporting this community. Mostly right now with the COVID, it's been hit really hard, and like it's not in the news as much as it should. So that's what I'm always trying to, since I joined this organization, I'm trying to be the voice for them and get as many partnerships with local businesses that can help us to give them the opportunity to work with them. And so yeah, but I already got your email. I'm going to shoot you an email later if that is okay.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. No problem. Look forward to
Now,
it.
Kimberly, the quiet one, any any questions you have for, and Kimberly, I can't remember if you connected with Susan from Frida Pickles Flowers or not.
No, but I do need to do that. I've been kind of hiding out because, COVID scares me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been hiding out on all sorts of different levels.
That's okay.
That's okay. You'd be surprised about. So no, I want to do that because I like the program that they have as far as employing and working with kids who have, and young adults who have disabilities. And I did actually tell somebody, my cat is getting in the way. I did actually tell somebody else about it so that they could go up there and talk about the program. I think it was somebody from Alhambra High School.
Okay.
So they could, because they have a transition program for, was it 18 to 22? So they can, possibly use that program as an employer. If anybody's looking, to employ kids, young adults with disabilities, they're always easy to work, or they're always looking for somebody to work with at the school. So you can always contact Alhambra High School or, the school districts around San Gabriel, and they'd love to have the kids.
Yeah, and
kids.
For those of you that don't know, Frida Pickles Flowers in San Gabriel, Susan and Juan started the business. They both had other careers, very successful careers, but they had Sophia, and Sophia's a special needs child. And as she began to, grow, they realized, okay, she is never going to be able to just get out there and make a living for herself. So they started Frida Pickles Flowers so that they could train her in something, but they use that platform. They hire special needs adults and youth, and they train them. They have training classes and flower arranging and a lot of things that they do to help these special needs kids. And so that's the platform. So when you buy flowers from Frida Pickles, that's the platform you're supporting. And it's amazing. Alexis, what would you like to say in the last few minutes? What would you like to say to encourage some people here?
Because the rooms are gonna be gone. If you're a nonprofit, please connect with me. Together with my church, every year we beautify nonprofit organizations at no cost. La Casa is one of them. AYC has been one of them. And what it means is the nonprofit acquire the materials and we put all the labor for free into that organization. That means painting, fixing electrical, gardening. We have experts in all those areas. And once a year, we want to do it like twice a year in our community, in the San Gabriel community. So if you're a nonprofit that look at your building and you see that, we need retouch or beautification, hey, send me an email. You can be the next one. And that's what we do in our church. We help our community to beautify your organization so it becomes alive also to our community. And it's not at the expense, because we know labor is quite expensive. The labor is on us. So shoot me an email. I have my information in the chat, or you can find me. Visit our Chamber of Commerce website and go to the board of directors, get to know our board of directors, and connect with us. We're here to help you.
So you're saving the chat, correct, Alexis?
Yes, yeah. Yes.
Because we know that Sandy doesn't know how to do that. I'm supposed to, but I don't know how to do that. So there's no chance of that. And if you've never driven by El Pavo Bakery, drive by El Pavo Bakery. Why should they drive by the bakery? What's there on the wall, Alexis?
Yes, with the Pavo Bakery, what we do, we created actually the biggest mural in the San Gabriel Valley, 3,275 square foot. That was done not just to beautify El Pavo Bakery building, but to invite the community and be participant of that. Because the best advertising you can do in your business is when you invite the community to your business and let them do something that creates a memory. And besides a memory, creates that mark that you were part of something greater. So if you go to Walnut Grove, go to El Pavo Bakery, visit that amazing bakery. They also sell food. You're gonna see this amazing mural that the title of the mural is The Bread of Life. And the bread is quite singular because every community all over the world eats bread, right? But we have different techniques to make it. So this mural portrays that from the beginnings, from everything from where it started all the way to our date. The mural expresses that journey of how breads have taken a big part in our culture. So if you have some time, just drive by. You don't need to get out in case you're concerned about the COVID. Just drive, park, and look at the wall. It's amazing. So we did that with El Pavo Bakery, and we're glad she was able to invite the schools from the community. We're talking about the Don Bosco Tech. We're talking about the San Gabriel Mission High School, the elementary schools, and they all were part of this amazing mural. So if you want to do something like that, that reflects what your nonprofit is about, give me a call. Let's plan something to leave something behind from our community in the walls of your organization.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alexis. I'm gonna zap everybody back to the main room now. Just 1 second. How was everybody's breakout room?
We had so much fun. Did everybody have a good time in your breakout room?
Yes.
Yes.
Have a
It
good
was
time.
very good. Very good.
So we're going to have we have a few more raffle prizes. And if you had as much fun as we did, I hope you got to know more about each other in the room. We did. We got to know more about each other. And then we want to do a little more sharing of people that are here. So do we have some more raffle prizes? Gilda, Donna, are we ready?
Yes, we do. So Donna, if you want to bring up your screen, we have 3 more giveaways. The next one is also from Sandy, and it's another $25 gift card to El Pavo.
Okay.
You know what?
Here we go.
Lavina. Yay, Lavina.
Thank you.
Yay. I happen to know that she likes
Going?
she likes Mexican food. She likes El Pavo. So yay, Lavina, you won that from Sandy. Yay.
Thank you.
All right.
What's the next one?
For the next prize, our generous executive director, Sandy Roscoe, $25 gift card to BJ's Brewery.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Here we
Local
go.
restaurants.
Wait, you skipped my name.
Michelle Salgado from Chris Hoagland's office. Michelle, congratulations.
Is Michelle still on?
Is she still here?
Let me see. Michelle, do we
Maybe
see?
not.
I don't see Michelle.
Move it one more
Okay.
down and you land on me for that one.
Okay, so spin again. Okay, spin again.
Spin, spin. I think Mr.
Is he gone?
I believe he's gone as well.
Okay, one more time. Here we go. Wonder why it's not spinning like it's just going.
Well, no, you know
slow-mo.
what? Stop, Donna.
Yeah.
Since I'm donating it, I can
Okay.
choose this. So that $25 to BJ's goes to our other birthday girl, and that's you. Because birthday girls should win something. Birthday girls should win something.
No. Well,
Birthday
thank
girls
you.
should win something. Next.
All right.
Okay.
The last one is another $25 gift card to BJ's
Woohoo.
Sandy Roscoe.
All right, here we go. Ooh.
I think when it's loaded, it's slow.
I know.
Tony,
What
yay,
happened?
Tony, now you win, Tony.
Yes.
Now you win. Okay, so Gilda.
Yes.
So Tony, I'll get that to you. Gilda, there should be one more there. It's a $25 gift. El Pavo Bakery donated an 8-inch cake. It's $25 value, an 8-inch cake that the winner can go into El Pavo and pick any 8-inch cake they want, any flavor, any occasion. So that should have been on the wheel.
So you had 2 El Pavos and 2 BJs. You gave one to me, one, and Lavina won one.
Right, but that's different. That's what I paid for. But El Pavo is donating an 8-inch cake.
God.
Nice.
Okay.
So she's donating that. I donated just the gift certificates.
Got it. One more spin.
One more spin. Okay,
8-inch
everybody
cake from El Pavo.
Got it.
Ooh, nice.
And they get to choose anything they want.
Yes.
Joan D'Souza.
Joan D'Souza.
Joan, are you still here? Let's see. She was.
Is she?
Yeah.
Joan's still here. Joan's here.
Joan is here. Yes.
Yay,
Okay.
Joan. Okay, so Joan, you can go into El Pavo. I'll let Karina know that you want it. Just go to El Pavo Bakery and you can choose any 8-inch cake, any flavor, any coloring for any occasion. And there's no time limit, so use it when you want. So I will let her know. Okay, fun prizes, fun things. We love winning, winning, winning. Okay, in the few minutes we have remaining. Do we have something else?
Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Okay.
Stop share.
So in the few minutes we have remaining, there's a couple things. If you're a member of the chamber, I want to remind you before we leave today, a couple of things. And please take advantage of this. Number one, please go to the directory and look at your information, because whatever's there is what's going to be published in the journal. And if it's wrong, it's going to be in the journal for life. So make sure your information is in there. Make sure it's correct. We are not charging chamber members to be listed in the directory. So it's going to be up to you to make sure it's correct. Otherwise, nobody's going to have your right information. And I encourage all of you to regularly visit our homepage and our resource pages of our chamber. If you're a chamber member, please remember to bring marketing materials into the office so that I can display it there. You need to call for an appointment because I'm not open and I'm not there every day. And so you need to call and say, okay, I want to bring some materials over. Keep your materials, your stuff in the chamber office updated, because when people come in and they say, oh, this catalog's from 2017, that doesn't mean much. So make sure it's current. Please reach out to us and let us know how we can help you, because we want to be here for you, whether you're a chamber member or not. If you're struggling, if you need some help, please don't think you can't call us because you're not a member. That's not what we're about. And then I want to remind you that this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Monday from 1 to 5, you can come by the chamber. I'll be there during those times. You can't come in, but you just, knock at the door, say, I'm here to get my box of masks. And we'll have a list of everyone that was here today. You give me a business card, I give you a box of masks. And I will just hand them to you through the door. I'll come out on the sidewalk with you, but I'll be outside because I'm just not letting people in the chamber. I want to keep all of us safe, but we do have boxes of KN95 masks, and we want to make sure that we keep you safe. And Jerry sitting there, everyone knows that you're the water guy, but Jerry, what else is it you do? Because you do something more than water now. And they don't all know this because they don't all come to
Oh,
these.
well, thank you, Sandy. Actually, the thing I've done since 1988 is graphic design, primarily print media. Some online things as well, but anything from business cards up to books and banners.
So yesterday we were talking about different marketing strategies for Vic. Then that was a good connection. You two are a good connection, right?
As far as the people's better water, just better living. So that, my philosophy is, if you don't have good health, how can you possibly enjoy all the profits from whatever your business is? Health is first.
That's
better
right.
air, better water, eat well.
I love that. And then Kim, you got to reopen. Is that right, Kim? You hung in there and you're open now?
We are, as of Monday afternoon. So everybody can go get their nails and toes and hair done, and we're all good. So for the time being, we are open.
But you only do hair.
I only do hair, yes.
And tell them how you do it. I mean, it's so safe. It's so beautiful, but it's so safe.
So during the pandemic, I had always been in larger salons. So during the pandemic in May, I leased out a small private suite. So it's just myself and my client. We have pretty strict protocols that we have to follow. So I'm able to do that in the private suite to protect my clients and myself, now and in the future for any other things. And it's quite nice. A lot of my clients really enjoy the privacy and my one-on-one attention. And it's pretty beautiful in there, huh, Sandy?
It is gorgeous. I must tell you, it's over in Monrovia. Kim is a member of our chamber, and I've been going to her before she was a member of the chamber because I love the way she does hair. But she is located in Monrovia in the Kohl's parking lot. So where there's Mimi's and Kohl's, great parking spaces, never a parking problem, easy to get to, easy access, but it's gorgeous. You feel so not only safe, but just, it's not even about safe. It's just luxurious and relaxing. So while you're in there, nobody else is talking around you. And Kim is very respectful. So if you just come in and say, I just need some peace and quiet, then that's what you get. She won't even talk to you because she respects that. If you just want that hour of peace and quiet, she's got it. But I've never in my life had anyone that can do hair conditioning the way that Kim does it. It's your hair is just, male or female, your hair is just amazing the way she does the conditioning, and it's easy and it's so easy to get to. And I think her information's in the chat. I highly recommend her, highly, highly, highly. In fact, I can't recommend her highly enough because the way she does it. So I'm so grateful that she's around. Alexis, are you still on Alexis, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I wanted to show Joan. So can we just put Joan up for a minute? If every single month, and Joan didn't know I was going to do this, so I may get a lecture as soon as we're off here, but it'll be too late because if you have never gone to B4B, it's only once a month, but if you've never, ever, ever been there and you haven't participated, first of all, I'm going to say, why not? I'm going to do a Randy question, why not? But I'm going to strongly encourage it. And if you are struggling in your business, if you aren't sure what direction to go in, if you're kind of floundering, then talk to Joan about being in, she calls it the hot seat, but it's really this strategy chair. And hot seat, people get intimidated, but you should not get intimidated because everyone that sits in that seat, I was thinking about Vic yesterday, in this time that you're there, an hour, you get thousands of dollars worth of helpful advice from people. And so if your business is struggling in any area, you're not sure what's about social media, you're not sure how to transition from being a storefront and now you have to go online. What is that going to look like? Talk to Joan and talk to her about being in the hot seat. If whatever your business concerns are, whatever you're struggling with, we don't want you struggling alone. And Joan, I'm going to let you just have a couple minutes to address that, the challenge and the foolishness of struggling alone. Whether you're a nonprofit or a for-profit, it doesn't matter. We don't want them struggling alone, right, Joni?
That's correct. Yeah.
I mean, Joan.
It's just really important that if you hear of anybody that has a concern, it doesn't have to be something as drastic as they're closing, but even to that point, we just have found that over the years that small to medium-sized businesses, they come in with a business idea, but they don't necessarily have a plan. And then they get in trouble and they don't know how to ask for help. So listen to your friends, listen to the other business owners that you work with. And if you have anybody that needs help, it's true what Sandy said. We have 40 to 60 people that join us every single month, and they're bringing their life experience, not just what they do as a career, and they can help you with different ideas. Every single person that sat in the hot seat comes away thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I would get this much information. And you easily could pay anywhere from $150 to $500 an hour for a business consultant to give you the same information. You're hearing from 40 of those people or 60 of those people. And I connect you with other people after you've been in the hot seat as well. So please, please, please don't let your people or friends or yourselves reach out. You're not a failure if you're asking for help. It's a definite positive in your business plan if you ask for help. So please come join us. We're filling up the calendar with the people for this year. So we would love to have you be in the hot seat, and we'll help you in any way that we can.
What is that process? So let's say, Lavina, my sweet friend Lavina Tetro, who used to be on my board, then she used to be in the office with me, and now she's retired and she lives in San Dimas. But so she has an online business. Let's say that Lavina says, oh my gosh, I can't go out and see people. I can't expand my business because I can't meet people face to face. So what would be the process? So let's say Lavina heard you say this and she said, I'm going to contact Joan. Mm-hmm. Let's just walk Lavina through that process. I'm not saying she's going to, I'm just picking on her because she's a safe person to pick on. We love each other. It's okay.
So what happens is you get in touch with me and we pick a month that you will be in the hot seat, and then I interview you. My whole background, I was the customer service manager at the Los Angeles Times for many, many years. So I love to interview people. And so we'll interview you, and I'll find out where you're at, who you are, and we'll come up with some concerns that you want to put to the group. I then send out an invitation, several invitations there and reminders for the date that you'll be in the hot seat. And when you're in the hot seat, you're given 5 to 7 minutes to tell us who you are and what your concerns are. And then you have 2 15-minute periods where you go quiet. You're not allowed to speak, and you take in all of the information one by one. People will raise their hands or tell us that they have a suggestion, and you're then given those suggestions. And I highly recommend, like yesterday, Vic was really smart. He brought his marketing person and his social media person, and they were taking notes along the time that he was, because they were hearing different things than what he was. So it's just a great opportunity for you to get any information in any category that you need help with. And as Sandy said, you're all going to learn. Everybody walks away with ideas. Chad's been on the call, Jerry's been on the call, so many that are here this morning have joined us for B4B as the people that are helping. It's really amazing. Real quick. We had a business, a catering business, and he was looking for marketing ideas. And our son is a chef. So I told him he needed to have his chef jacket on 24/7. That's a marketing tool. And then we opened it up to the crowd, and Ron Penner, who is a co-owner of City Center, he's a web designer. And he raised his hand and he said, well, you all know me as Ron Penner, the web designer. What you don't know is that I've been a catering chef for 30 years. So that's what I mean as far as life experiences that come out of this group that can help the individual that's in the hot seat. So come and see what we do. We just had it yesterday, but we'll be meeting again on February 24th. See what we do, and then pick your month and come join us.
And how much does it cost to be in the hot seat?
You know, it's probably one of the most expensive things in the San Gabriel area. It's so expensive, it's free. It's free for you to participate. It's free to be in the hot seat. We are a nonprofit, so we're always looking for sponsors. You can come and sponsor. As Sandy, thank you so much that you did. I was just so pleased and happy, and you were so excellent in your presentation as a sponsor. For all of you that are on the call, let me tell you, you have one of the best ambassadors. And I was so excited that the executive director of a chamber thought how important this was to promote their chamber to all of the people that come. Not everybody is a San Gabriel chamber member, and I'm hoping that members will come to you, Sandy, or people will come to you and want to be members of your chamber, because you did an excellent job. So
it was a lot of fun. I was grateful for the opportunity, but it's one of the best mornings that you will spend. We start right on time, 7:30. And if you've never been, you have no idea how Joan runs this. We start on time, we finish on time. It is boot camp, but it's fun. And it's one of the best mornings you'll spend in the entire month. I highly recommend you go, you glean information from it. But please, please, please don't struggle. I can't even express this enough. Please do not struggle in your business, whether you're a nonprofit, for-profit, whether you're at home, online, it doesn't matter. If you're struggling, reach out for help. We are here to help you. The San Gabriel Chamber is here to help you. B4B is here to help you. The different people that are on this call right now that are in this room, we're here together because we want to grow together. We're here together because we don't want any of us to fail. Artie was just telling us that something that she's doing with her business. And Artie, why don't you jump in here? I don't want to speak for you, but business strategies, marketing strategies, please don't walk away from here and be alone. Artie, you're transitioning to a new, you have a new business. You're starting, she said she started December 2019 and hello 2020.
Right.
But she didn't quit. And look at her. She's not quitting. She's here today. She was at B4B yesterday. Artie, what is your business? This new one.
Actionable Consulting Services is the name of my business, and I actually build strategies for business owners and entrepreneurs. I'm a serial entrepreneur who have had a lot of success in different B2B and B2C businesses. I have also spent my career in professional sales, so I've managed sales teams and helped people hone their skills to be better at what they do. Sales is not an easy job. It is actually a fun job for a crazy person like me. And so I have just, decided to take my skills to the next level through my business. And that's to help other business owners thrive and flourish in their business. So I actually started my business haphazardly. I was actually studying for the project management professional certification in 2019, planning my consulting practice in the background. And 2 clients came to me and said, hey, can you write my business plan and my strategic marketing plan for me? And I did. And I was able to grow the first guy's business 125% in revenues. And the second one, she hired me to do her business development piece. And I was just getting started on that in January of 2019 before COVID. So I know there's a huge need for my business, for my expertise. I love doing it, and I'm gonna move forward. So I'm working feverishly right now to launch my website so that I can get my digital presence out there and have some fun.
See, lots of help. Vanessa Carrillo, you're up, you're there. I see your beautiful face. Vanessa, can we unmute? Vanessa, can you unmute? Vanessa?
Okay, trying to figure this.
Is Vanessa unmuted? Unmute, Vanessa.
There I go.
There you go. Okay,
There.
Vanessa, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How are you keeping seniors safe? First of all, share with us what it is you and Paul do. But I've been wondering, and I didn't get to take a tour last week because, you know, what happened with my friend, but I want to come take a tour. But my question is, how are you keeping seniors safe right now?
Right now, we are doing a mass exodus, helping our seniors get out of the large communities where the large communities were once assisted livings where you would want to go because they had more amenities, more activities. And now those large communities, because of COVID, been very strict on them. So they had to shut down their activities, and our seniors have been stuck in their rooms. So we've been doing a lot of placement of taking seniors out of the large communities where they're isolated to their rooms and into residential homes throughout the community, through all San Gabriel Valley. And these residential homes are homes where there's 6 people, sometimes 10, and we're able to place our seniors into these homes. So now they're safe and isolated in the home versus a room. And they're part of the home where they can, you know, they're not isolated to the room, but they can come out to the yard, they can come out to the front room. And with the CDC guidelines, just like we are at home where they ask to isolate within your families, then now they get to isolate within their families. So it's taken a shift from the large communities to the residential homes. And Paul and I, we've been placing a lot of seniors into these beautiful homes. And we're also helping investors or people that are looking into their homes or haven't been able to rent to open their homes to seniors, and we license them. We are one of 10 vendors for the state of California to license these homes to take care of our seniors. So bringing a lot more opportunities and options for these beautiful homes throughout the community. And so we've just licensed one in Arcadia. We invited Sandy to come and see, and anyone would like to come and see. And we're allowing for safe visits. So because they're homes, we have outside visits. There's doors where it is, you know, more protected, where we don't have to expose a lot of people. Just a new way of providing care, but very intimate settings, very beautiful settings. And like I said, most importantly, not so isolating as we move forward.
I was wondering about that because that's a huge concern, obviously. And we've heard horror stories about some of the senior living facilities. And I know right at home in nice little homes, you have a whole different philosophy. And I'm so grateful you're part of our chamber, you and Paul and Joe and Renee. It's like right at home, nice little homes. It's a whole different story. And the care you take and the love you take. So I wanted to give you that opportunity to just kind of put out there that every senior living facility isn't a horror story. And there are some of you that take very special care of seniors.
Yes, there's a lot of great options. People are always surprised to learn. And more so the little homes where, like, that's what we call nice little homes. We find the nice little homes. COVID has actually opened the doors to the opportunity, realizing there are these nice little homes for seniors that people had no idea about. So definitely, if anyone would like to tour, you know, we are doing virtual tours, and there are some homes like the one in Arcadia where I'm able to do safe physical tours. So if anyone would like just a tour of any of these homes throughout San Gabriel Valley, seeing the difference between the large traditional assisted living to these residential type living, and be happy to show you the opportunity.
I love it. And I'm going to transition to our one I just mentioned, Joe Concialdi and Renee, who have Right at Home. And Joe is on our board of directors. Joe, you opened a new location, and we haven't done the ribbon cutting yet, but I keep telling you there's room on your sidewalk. I've gone by, there's room on your sidewalk. Joe, share what you're doing. Senior living, seniors, that's a huge thing. It's huge. And we just hear, like I said to Vanessa, we hear horror stories in the news. Reassure us, because just like Vanessa gave us some reassurance, give us some reassurance, Joe.
So with all this COVID situation, we've been actually doing all the guidelines way before this happened, and our protocols are even stronger than the states. 24 hours before, or actually, 24 hours before a shift, we have them, take their temperatures, if there's any problems at all, and they go through that whole list of, if they're okay, and then right before the shift they do it again. So we've been very lucky to have none of our clients have had the COVID. We've had some caregivers that had to stay home, and we're down about, usually have about 120 caregivers, and we're down to about 100 because if they have any symptoms at all, we pay them to stay home, and it behooves them to, if they don't feel well, get tested and come back when you're positive, and then they send them out. So it's a proven fact that people thrive in their own homes when they're rehabbing, rather than going to a rehab center where they're in a small little room and they're by themselves, and with this COVID situation where they can't commingle. So when I'm asked that question, is there a rehab center that you would go to? And I said, well, the first thing we should try to see is if we could do it at home. And so we have a lot of resources for beds, for instance. Renee's on the board to Convalescent Aid Society, where you get free durable goods and hospital beds and all that sort of thing. It's free to the community. So if we could make their home just as safe or safer than going to a rehab center, then we always suggest that first. So we're here to help in any way we can, and in any, an hour a day to 24/7, whatever's needed. And we're glad to do that and come out and see what the situation is and get the right caregiver in place for your scenario. And I am going to go and have a meeting with Vanessa too to see how we can advertise and get that information as well, to have people go in the smaller board. They're called boarding cares, is the normal term for them. And I have a relationship with quite a few of those as well. So we're going to talk about that. I'll meet with her and talk about that as well.
I love it. Gilda, before you have to run out, I have a question, Gilda. As we're talking to Joe and Vanessa, Gilda, do you handle long-term insurance?
Yes, that's one of the things I do. I do long-term care. My fellow insurance people probably know about living benefits. That's one of the other ways that we tackle long-term care. So yes, that is one area. And we also protect against the person who hasn't had COVID. Now, almost every other person we talk to has had COVID. Crazy. But if you know somebody who's had COVID, we need to let them wait 90 days before we can protect them with life insurance. But if you haven't had it, you gotta make that phone call. Talk to me, because we can get you protected before. Yeah, it's just the.
I was thinking about you, Gilda, as Joe and Renee with Right at Home, with Vanessa and Paul and the seniors. Long-term care is something that you could talk to and address and help people with, correct?
Absolutely. If you remember, Joe, Tom, and I did a presentation together.
Yes.
Yes, we did. Back in the good old days.
We have to do that again, because it's been a couple of years. That was hugely successful, very interesting. But that's what made me think of it. As you and Joe were on the screen in front of my face, I thought, okay,
we gotta have that connection.
You guys did such an awesome job, and we need to do that again. Have you sponsor a breakfast and share that with us, because it's hugely important. And before we go off, I do want to have Tony. Tony, can you come on for a minute?
Yes,
You
I'm
know,
here.
Tony OfficeZilla, I just want to encourage everyone. We're working at home, most of us. Some of you have, I mean, the chamber, I still go into the chamber, but obviously have a home office more. And sometimes we forget to order office supplies through OfficeZilla. And I've never stopped doing it. In fact, I probably order more now, even being in the home office, just because we go through a lot of stuff, a lot of toner, a lot of paper. I even get paper products. I even got emergency from him. My daughter did get COVID. I couldn't go see her as much. And so I put together a care package through OfficeZilla and had it for her. But Tony, you're still here to help them with, even if they're out ordering from their home office. Is that correct? And with the learning, if you guys are doing home learning, your kids aren't getting pencils and stuff from school. You're doing it in the home. Get it from OfficeZilla. Tony, take a couple seconds and just help us with that.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Sandy, for that. 2020 was a very challenging year. We lost, and I'll be transparent, 85% of our business is gone. So it's been a very challenging uphill for us from an office supply standpoint. We're ramping up slow, but it's not about me, but it's about all of you guys, because you guys have to manage your budget. So we will lock in your pricing on whatever you buy from your home office or your business. It's hard to compete sometimes with the big boxes, but again, guys, you're supporting a small business like ourselves. But I want you guys to know, we pull from the exact two warehouses that Office Depot and that Staples pull. Okay, so I want you guys to know, when you place your order, it goes to the warehouse wherever it's distributed in the United States, and it's shipped. So please, if you can and you're small enough, if you have a business owner that needs to manage their business, I don't do this fluctuation in price thing. Once you create your list of items, that price stays the same. Joanna, she's been buying her vitamin, what is it, the vitamin C, and so did Sandy. And I mean, it wasn't a huge order, but it was enough to get it to her home and for her to be protected. So we sell everything, guys. So we need to support as much as you can. I always encourage everybody to support your local business first before any
chamber members first.
Chamber member first before you go out, because there's so much that our chamber can do. I mean, you really don't need to go anywhere else. Our chamber has every single industry. So I'm here to support you guys. My phone number is there. Please register on my website. And anything that I can do, I promise you, I will lock in your pricing. Even if you spend $100, your pricing will not fluctuate with us. So I appreciate you guys, and you guys have a wonderful day.
And also, Tony, I love the fact that I can order from Tony today, and it will be at our door tomorrow, and it's delivered, it's safe. I'm not going to Office Depot. I'm not going out shopping, which is saving the chamber a ton of money, because when I walk into an Office Depot, I'm like a little kid in a candy store, and the budget just goes crazy. And then the treasurer says, "What did you buy?" I don't know, tape, I don't know. And that doesn't happen if I just say, "Here's my list, Tony." And he'll say, "Go to the website." And then he'll say, "No, never mind, give me your list," because we all know once I look at that website, I want a million things. But Amazon doesn't need your money. I'm probably the biggest opponent of Walmart and Amazon there is. They don't need our money. They don't deserve our money. I don't want to give them our money. So if we can get something from one of our chamber members and delivered to our door, I'm just strongly encouraging that.
Sandy, real quick, and I want you guys to know, if anybody has an HP printer at home, okay? HP has contracted with OfficeZilla, okay? And our wholesalers, we will get you a locked-in pricing on your toner and ink. We have to network your printer in, to, so when your ink goes down to 10% or 20%, it will ship to you automatically. And look at this caveat. You get the service for free. So I can lock in your pricing with HP for 5 years. And you, if it's dirty or something's wrong with it, you get the service for free, no charge. That amazing. If you guys have HP at home, we can network your printer. HP has an amazing deal. So locked in pricing for 5 years is undo. I mean, it's not in the market.
Unprecedented. It's great.
Unprecedented. Yeah.
That's right. So we want to help you. We want to help you save money. We want to help you stay on budget, but more importantly, we want to support one another, support one another. I can't say that strongly enough. And if you're not a member of our chamber, but you are struggling, but you need help, you need something, please just reach out. We're not going to turn you away. We're going to help you because that's what we're all about. I do want to remind you that our next networking breakfast is Thursday, February 25th. I think Tony already has it on the calendar, but Thursday, February 25th, again, 7 to 10. If you're interested in being a breakfast sponsor, let me know. The cost is $150 for members, $250 for non-members. And you get, as you saw, you get 25 minutes to do your presentation, and you also get, everything is going to be recorded today. So your presentation is on the website forever. And we send you the list of attendees with their contact information. So you have that. That's an advantage. If you'd like to advertise at the breakfast, if you'd like to have your slides up, let me know. Contact us. And we're just so thankful you're with us. We're thankful you're with us. We'll see you hopefully on the 9th for the virtual mixer. That flyer will be up on our website soon, and you'll get that information, or contact me. Anything you need, put your information in the chat. It will be saved. And I'm just wishing all of you a very blessed day, a wonderful weekend. Stay strong, stay healthy. Let us know how we can help you. And remember, we're going to conquer and we're going to be successful in 2021 like never before. And Artie, you're going to go soaring with this new business that you just started in December 2019. Took a hit, but look at you, you're back. Kim Hansen is open and back. Joanna is our little student who's just flourishing like her flowers in her education, but she's still doing flowers. La Casa, we love. And Lavina, I'm so happy to see you. Melaleuca Health and Wellness. You want to know how to keep yourself healthy? You want to keep your home healthy? Lavina, Melaleuca Wellness. And just let us know how we can help you. We love you guys, and we'll see you next month. Bye.
Bye.
You.